Assalamualaikum and good evening. Today I will explain on the introduction for the project. Atomizer is a device that produces a fine spray from a liquid. As we know, nowadays most of the automotive industry uses injector in cars to replace carburetor as for the function of fuel supply to the combustion chamber. So based on the project, we have designed, developed and tested a prototype, a simple prototype. Atomizer works on the principle of Bernoulli's. When horizontal air from the bicycle pump passes over a vertical tube, it causes the air and liquid inside the vertical tube to be pulled upward. The objective for the project is to study how various parameters such as the tube length, the diameter of the exit hole, and the pumping speed on performance affect the output of the nozzle. Second, to understand more on Bernoulli's equation, and lastly, to try understand how Atomizer applied in industry.
Okay, next we will talk about the literature review for this project. So this project applies the Bernoulli's principle. This is because this project relates with the pressure of fluid to its elevation, which is the height, and its speed, which defines the Bernoulli's principle. So the Bernoulli's equation can be used to approximate these parameters in water, air, or any fluid which has a very low viscosity. So the Bernoulli equation states that for an ideal fluid that is zero viscosity, constant density and steady flow, the sum of its kinetic, potential and thermal energy must not change. This constraint gives a predictable relationship between the velocity of the fluid, its pressure, and its elevation, which is the relative height, especially if given 2 points along the streamline.
So next is the methodology. Methodology is the systematic theoretical analysis of the method to a field of study. This is to ensure that this project is carried out following the requirement required from the beginning of the planned project until the project fully complete. Various approaches, research, tests and observation were made before the project was implemented to achieve the planned objective. Each approach in the production of the project can be classified into several sections or stages. I have made a Gantt chart of our progression. From this Gantt chart, we can see that we take about 8 days to finish this project. It was from 17th June until 24th of June. The equipment we use in this Atomizer project is tire pump, aluminum can and straw. And this is our final design.
Okay, now we will talk about result and discussion. We will talk about result first. Okay, in this mini project, we use a diameter pump of 0.01 meter. Volume water in aluminum can is 250 milliliter. Pressure pump for all case is 60 psi. Okay, this is our result. Alright, now we will move to discussion part. Okay, based on the result above, we can define that there are various parameters such as the tube length, the diameter of the straw, and the number of pump can affect the time taken for water to blow out. For instance, while we using 0.004 meter diameter for the tube, 0.07 meter for length of straw, and 20 times number of pump, it takes 6.32 seconds for water to blow out. While on the other side, while we using 0.006 meter diameter for the tube, okay, 0.007 meter for length of straw, and only 5 times number of pump, it only takes 2 seconds for water to blow out. It means that the higher diameter of straw tube, the faster time taken for water to blow out. Alright, in this mini project, bicycle tire pump is being used to act like an air piston. Okay, when the handle of the pump is being pulled, the air will enter the compression chamber and inlet valve open in the pump. When the handle of the pump is being applied with force push downward, okay, the inlet will close and the air in the compression chamber will be compressed. The outlet valve also will be open, and as it is one-way valve of pump, the atmospheric pressure inside the can will increase when the air flow through the tube due to the diameter of pump, which is bigger than diameter of the tube. Okay, after that, when the handle of the pressure tire pump is pushed downward, inside the atmospheric pressure also will be pushed downward. For the result, when the speed of pumping is high, it will make the pressure inside aluminium tin become higher and will cause the water to flow from bottom to top, okay, to upwards through the straw because of low velocity. As the diameter of exit hole is smaller than the diameter of pressure tire pump, so that the pressure at diameter of exit hole will decrease and the velocity of water get increased, and that will force the water to blow out of the tube.
So lastly, from this experiment that we have conducted, we have successfully created a mini atomizer. We can conclude that our model is related to Bernoulli's principle. Bernoulli's principle states that an increase in speed of a fluid occurs simultaneously with a decrease in static pressure or a decrease in a fluid potential energy. The changes in a pressure must be affected to the fluid speed. This experiment shows that when the pressure is higher, the fluid travels slower in the small tube. Next, we have learned on various parameters such as the tube length, the diameter of the exit hole, and the pumping speed on performance effect at the output of the nozzle. We understand on how Atomizer was applied in engineering field. At the end of this experiment, we have successfully created an Atomizer, but the quality of the product is not perfect enough. We need to do more research and learn more about Atomizer so we can create more quality Atomizer product. Thank you.